Think you've caught every emotional moment in Bluey? Get ready to discover some heart-wrenching scenes that even die-hard fans might have missed. From subtle background details to powerful parent moments, these emotional beats will make you see your favorite show in a whole new light. Moment number 1. Brandy's Secret Pain, the episode that changed everything. Get ready for one of the most touching storylines in the entire series. In the episode Onesies, we meet Aunt Brandy, Chili's sister, and at first glance, it seems like a typical family visit. But there's something so much deeper happening here that most viewers missed on their first watch. When Brandy comes to visit after 4 long years away from the family, we see her playing with Bingo and having fun. But there's this incredible moment where Chili has a heart-to-heart with Bluey, explaining that sometimes there are things in life that we just don't have, and it's nobody's fault. The camera shows Brandy lying down, lost in thought, while Bingo plays around her. Here's what makes this moment even more emotional. We realize that Brandy's dream was to become a mother, but she couldn't have children. This explains why she stayed away from her sister's family for so long. It was just too painful for her to be around children when she couldn't have her own. The way the show handles this sensitive topic is absolutely beautiful, showing how families deal with difficult situations with love and understanding. But here's where it gets even more amazing. In the recent episode, The Sign, we discover that Brandy is finally pregnant. This incredible moment of joy after such a long struggle shows how Bluey tackles real-life challenges while still giving us hope and happiness. Moment number 2. The hidden heartbreak in the show. You might think you know everything about the show, but there's a moment so subtle yet so powerful that it changes everything we know about the Healer family. During what seems like a simple play where Bluey and Bingo are reenacting their parents' story, something incredibly touching happens. When Bingo, playing Chili, puts a balloon under her shirt to show pregnancy, it suddenly pops. What happens next is heartbreaking. We see Bandit immediately reach for Chili's hand, and both parents have this moment of shared sadness. This tiny detail reveals something massive. Bluey wasn't their first pregnancy. The Healers had experienced loss before Bluey was born, making her a rainbow baby. This revelation makes so many other moments in the series hit differently, especially how protective and emotional Chili gets about her children's milestones. It's one of those moments that show how Bluey can tackle serious topics while keeping things appropriate for young viewers. Moment number 3. The deepest pain in Granddad, a loss we never saw. Get ready for a moment that adds a whole new layer of meaning to the Healer family story. In the episode Granddad, we see something that might seem simple on the surface, but hits hard when you understand what's really going on. During a visit to Granddad's house, because he's been sick, Chili has this incredibly touching conversation with her father about taking care of his health. But here's what makes this extra emotional. We learn through subtle hints that Chili's mother is no longer with them. This revelation gives a whole new meaning as to why Chili is so worried about her dad's health. The way this plays into other episodes is mind-blowing. Remember that beautiful moment in Dragon where Chili helps Bluey draw by sharing memories of her own childhood? When she talks about learning to draw from her mom, there's this bittersweet feeling that most viewers might have missed. It's not just about passing down artistic skills, it's about preserving precious memories of someone who's gone. Moment number 4. Space and abandonment, Mackenzie's hidden pain. Just when you think you know all the characters, Bluey hits us with a story that will break your heart. In the episode Space, we discover something about Mackenzie that changes everything we thought we knew about this playful pup. Here's the shocking revelation. Mackenzie has been carrying around this deep fear of abandonment since he was just a tiny puppy. When he was little, he went down a slide and couldn't find his mom when he reached the bottom. Even though she was right there behind him, that moment of fear stayed with him for years. But what makes this even more powerful is how this fear affects everything he does. Even during simple games with his classmates, he feels this constant worry about being left behind. It's not until his teacher, Calypso, helps him understand these feelings that he starts to heal. This moment shows how Bluey tackles serious emotional issues in a way that both kids and adults can understand. Moment number 5, the car ride that changed everything. Get ready for one of the most emotional moments in recent Bluey history. In The Sign, we see the Healer family dealing with something that affects so many families, a big move. But it's during a simple car ride that everything hits differently. The scene starts with Bluey expressing her unhappiness about moving, but what makes this moment extra special is how it shows both parent and child struggling with the same emotions. While Bandit tries to explain about his new job opportunity, we see Chili quietly fighting back tears, showing that even parents struggle with big changes. What makes this scene even more powerful is how it captures that perfect balance of hope and sadness. When Bluey asks if moving will be good or bad, Chili's honest, "we'll see" response shows how parents don't always have all the answers, and that's okay. But here's what makes this moment absolutely unforgettable. When Bluey starts listing all the things she'll miss about their home, each one feels like a tiny stab to the heart. From her favorite climbing tree to the spot where she first learned to ride a bike, every memory she mentions shows just how much this house means to the whole family. Moment number 6, Bingo's heart-wrenching realization in The Sign. Get ready for a moment that will make every parent's heart ache. Throughout The Sign, we see little Bingo being the most excited about moving, but there's a twist that nobody saw coming. Here's what makes this moment so powerful. While everyone else is dealing with their feelings about the move, Bingo seems completely fine with it all and can't wait to go. But then comes the moment that changes everything, when she sees her toys being packed up in boxes. The most heartbreaking part? Bingo finally reveals that she didn't understand what selling the house meant. She thought they could sell the house and still live in it. When reality hits her, we see this pure, innocent confusion turn into sadness. And it's a moment that perfectly captures how young children process big changes in life. Moment number 7, baby race, when being good enough feels impossible. Hold on to your hearts because this next moment from Baby Race will hit you right in the feels. While we've seen Chili be this amazing, confident mom throughout the series, this episode shows us something completely different. Here's what makes this scene so special. We see Chili in flashbacks, worried that she's not being a good enough mom because Bluey isn't walking as quickly as the other babies. The way she compares herself to other moms and feels like she's failing is something that every parent can relate to. But what happens next is absolutely beautiful. When Coco's mom visits and tells Chili she's doing a great job, it's not just about walking anymore. It's about the universal struggle of parenthood and the power of supporting each other. And when will Bluey finally take those first steps towards Chili in the kitchen? Get ready for the waterworks. Moment number 8, camping, a lesson about life's temporary nature. Our final moment comes from an episode that teaches one of life's hardest lessons in the most beautiful way. In camping, Bluey makes a new friend, Jean-Luc, and despite not speaking the same language, they form this incredible connection. Here's the part that hits the hardest. When Bluey goes back the next day to play with her new friend, he's gone. His family had finished their holiday and returned to Canada. The way Bluey processes this loss, sitting alone in their special spot, shows how even the youngest hearts can feel the weight of goodbye. But wait, because there's an ending that will make you ugly cry with joy. The episode fast forwards to show an older Bluey returning to that same spot. Guess who shows up? Jean-Luc. Their reunion proves that sometimes life has a way of bringing people back together when you least expect it. Which of these moments hit you the hardest? Did we miss any emotional scenes that made you reach for the tissues? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing Bluey content.